Hey guys, it's Kelly. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming my latest May book haul. I have 19 books to share with you today. I probably have more, but I'm going to show you what I remember. And so, first one, I'm just going to pick right off the top. And if you hear Luna, she's right here laying next to me. First one is the book that Ariana got in her May Owl Crate. Is Desby the Stoop in the Black Mountain by Zach Gorman. Haven't read it yet. We're saving this for October. The next two are the ones that Sammy got in her April 2018 Owl Crate Junior box that she got in May. So, Ira Shaw, The End of Time by Roshani Chokshi. And then the Ken Jennings Junior Genius Guide on Greek Mythology. I thought about combining my May books with my June books in one big video, but that would have been just too long and too many. So, the next book I'm going to show you is one I got in my book outlet. Luna, no. Can I help you? Can I help you? Okay, so the next book I'm going to show y'all was from my book outlet order. It's Monster High 2, The Ghoul Next Door. Got Cleo Denial on the front. The second one I want to show you from that book outlet order is The Walking Dead Descent. Well, since she jumped down, I want to... The Walking Dead Descent by Jay Bonansinga. This is another one that I'm going to read during October. I also picked up The Walking Dead Search and Destroy. I got one more to get in the Walking Dead series, and then I'll have them all and I can read them. The Lost Hero, the first book in the Percy Jackson and the Heroes of Olympus series. I thought about getting the whole box set and just binging them, but I'm going to read one book at a time and savor it and enjoy it. Silver Stars by Michael Grant. This is book 2 in the Frontlines series. I think it's about female soldiers during World War II. And I know the third book came out this year called Purple Hearts. I bought a January 2017 pass box from Owl Crate, and it was Roseblood by A.G. Howard. One of my favorite movies is The Phantom of the Opera. I've always loved it since I was a freshman in high school. And one of the first movies that me and Casey watched when we first started dating was Phantom of the Opera. And it's our favorite movie, so I had to get this. And he was intrigued, so when I get done reading this, he wants to know all about it. And it's signed. Wolf by Wolf by Ryan Graudin. It's an historical fiction, an alternate history about if the Nazis won World War II. And it's like a cannonball run. Whoever wins gets dinner with Hitler. And I think the girl was in a concentration camp and she escaped, and now she's going to win. She's going to try to win to kill Hitler. Black Dove, White Raven by Elizabeth Wein. I picked this up because Haley from Haley and Bookland raved about Elizabeth Wein so much, and so I want to start with her books. And this is a World War II, I think this is a World War II historical fiction, but it says 1930s. So, and she likes to write about pilots. I got another World War II fiction, and that was Salt to the Sea by Rita Sepetys. Can't wait to read this. I want to read Rita Sepetys' books because I heard she's an amazing author and she's always being hyped, and yeah. So I'm hoping to get to this summer before we start back our school year. The last book that I got in my book outlet order was The Heist by Daniel Silva. I love Daniel Silva's writing. The first 2 books that I read of his were The Secret Servant and The Defector, and that was in the series, and I read them out of order. And I think you can read his series out of order and it won't make a difference, but I'm slowly building up my collection of his books so I can eventually read them in order, and then I'll get back to you on that. Samantha got her first review copy in the month of May, and it was The Crowns of Croswald. We enjoyed it very much. 4 out of 5 stars. It's about this girl named Ivy Lovely, and she discovers she has magical abilities, so she goes to this magic school. I will pitch it as Harry Potter meets the Lunar Chronicles. It's that similar. So Harry Potter Magical School, Lunar Chronicles, princesses, you get my drift. But yeah, The Crowns of Croswald by D.E. Knight. The second book is coming out next year in early 2019. So pick this up. I will link Sammy's review down below. Another book that I got from Tyndale House Publishing was Before I Saw You by Amy K. Sorrells. It's about this girl who lives in a small town, and her town is overrun by a heroin epidemic, and people are dying, kids, teenagers, people are getting hooked, and she is all alone. Her mother's in jail for doing heroin and being a dealer, and she's pregnant, and she meets this guy who saves her, basically. That's what it's about. So I gave this a 3 out of 5. The first half, I read this in 2 days. The first half was amazing. I couldn't put it down. And then I did put it down. In the second half, it just became repetitive, and it became more religious. It had a lot of Jesus talk in it, and I could take so much in the first half, but in the second half, it's like every other line there was scripture, and it was just too much. So it was okay, in my opinion. So you'll hear more about it in my wrap-up. I got The Lost Crow Conspiracy by Rosalind Eves. This is book 2 in the Blood Rose Rebellion series, and I read that book last year. It was one of my favorites, and this book came out in January, I think, and I bought it in May, hence it's in my May book haul, and I haven't read it yet. Do you mind? Jingle. Definitely be reading this in July. I wanted to read it this month, but since it's June 28th, I'm not going to read this in 2 days because it's thick. I got sent a book unsolicited by William Martin from Penguin Group, I think. And it was Sometime After Midnight. It's a Cinderella story. It's about 2 gay teens, from what I can see on the back. And it's so pretty. This cover is beautiful. And it's hot pink. And the words are purple. But yeah, I was sent this unsolicited. I love it. I can't wait to read it next month. I don't know what it's about, and I don't want to read what it's about, because sometimes synopsis gives away the whole fucking book, and books are getting worse about that now. They're becoming like movie trailers. I had to buy a book that I read last year. I've been getting into the TV show a lot, and I had to buy this edition of this book because it's just so beautiful. The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. I read this book last year. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it, but you had to definitely sit and think about what she was trying to say. And I started watching the show last year, and I only watched a couple episodes last year, and I didn't really get into it because I realized that most of the hard-hitting scenes in this book took place in the first 2 episodes, and I was like, well, damn, they just told you the whole fucking book about what happens. But then I finally got back into it in May, and I finished watching the whole first season. I got hooked, and now I am slowly dying with every episode of season 2. And there's only 2 more episodes left of season 2. They got renewed for a 3rd season. I cannot wait until next year. And I'm hoping, praying that they win another Emmy. Just give Elizabeth Moss all the Emmys, please. But if you have not read this yet, read it. And my cat was just on my... If you have not read it, read it. It is so close to today's political climate. It is so scary. It won't make you cry like the show will, but you know where she is. You're gonna fall. You cannot lay there. You dumbass cat. Oh my god. Luna. Luna. I swear, this cat has issues. I'm gonna have to find another place to film. This is just ridiculous. Luna. Chill. I got one more book. Okay, I need to stop talking about Handmaid's Tale and get to my last book. So, last book. I'm going to try to talk about it quickly because I'm at 16 minutes and my cat's fucking driving me crazy. So, it's not a non-fiction or a... Well, it's a fiction. It's a non-fiction, but it's 90 Days to Your Novel. It's a day-by-day plan for outlining and writing your book. I'm going to be participating in Camp NaNoWriMo in July. So I figured this would help me in the first 30 days. And I think Haley in Bookland... I just hit myself in the face. I think Haley in Bookland was using this, and she said it was helping her a little bit. So those are the books that I've bought / received in the month of May. Let me know if you've read any of these books or are going to read any of these books, and we can buddy read. Or let me know what you got down below for the month of May, and I will see you in my next video, which will probably be my June book haul. It's not going to be this late, I promise. So, let me go. My cat's aggravating the hell out of me. So, I will see you in my next video. Bye.